Welcome, everybody, to the Hounds Tales podcast. This is your home for field trialing and deer dog hunting. It'll be stories and discussions on the world of dog hunting. So let's drop the gate, cast your hounds, and get ready for another episode of the Hounds Tales podcast. The Hounds Tales podcast is proud to partner with Outdoor Dog Supply again for the 2025 season. Outdoor Dog Supply is the leader in online garment sales with their world-class trade-in programs. These guys are not just a business, they're also houndsmen and women too. They test their products out in the field and really put them to the test. Get the latest in garment equipment, stay locked and ready with field trial equipment, collars, leashes, and so much more. Visit their website today at outdoordogsupply.com, and we want to thank Outdoor Dog Supply for their support not only for the podcast, but in the field trials across the country. When you're looking for your next purchase and equipment, keep Outdoor Dog Supply in mind. Now let's get this episode started, guys. Thank y'all so much. All right, everybody, welcome to the Hounds Tales podcast. This will be for the episode for February 12th of 2025. We're going to be riding solo tonight. We had some scheduling conflicts come up where we couldn't get anything recorded this week, but we have some guests for next week's episode. Should be good for the next couple of them. I'm hoping if I can get everything lined up and done the way I need to get it done, but we've just been a little busy here lately and hard time of the year with everything going on, but we're going to ride solo tonight. But the cool thing about it is I get to present all the podcast pen series. So it'll be the Hounds Tales Pen Series this year. Notice I did not say Virginia Pen Series. I know we've talked about it a little bit, and if you've been paying attention to the Facebook page any, and maybe on some of the other posts on some of the other fox hunting pages, you've seen the schedule be released. But I wanted to come on here and kind of talk about the series, talk about some of the other things going on within the series, some changes for this year, and then the big thing that I have not released yet is the prizes. My goal for this year was to get bigger and better, and I'm hoping that this right here will do it. We've already had some incredible sponsors come on for the series to make things go through a lot smoother, a lot better, and we're still going to have some more rolling in after this podcast has been released, so y'all just kind of keep an eye on the pages. I'm going to try to work on the website here in the next week or so and try to get that updated as well. There are a few other things too I'm working on, trying to get a different setup for down here. As you can see behind me, as blank as it can be. I want to try to do some other stuff. I want to try to make some stuff work and maybe do some rearranging down here, make things look a little better and make it a little professional, more professional. We're also going to be working on our commercials for our partners, our sponsors. I'm going to try to make some actual videos for it. So the guys that are watching on YouTube and watching the video versions of the podcast, you'll have something a little more entertaining to watch. It'll look them a little more professional when you do watch. And we're going to try to dabble a little bit more into the video side. But the reason we're here, as the title of the podcast is going to tell you, we're going to be talking about the 2025 Hounds Tales Pen Series. Got a lot of exciting news, like I said. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with the schedule. The schedule for the year, we're going to be starting at June. And one cool thing that we are doing, and like I said from at the beginning, we are not just the Virginia Pen Series this year. And it starts off going straight to North Carolina. We're going to be going to Double C Fox Preserve on June 28th. The run time is to be determined right now. We're going to see a little bit closer to time to see what time cast is going to be and how many hours we're going to be able to run. That is the only thing about going down into Carolina and being able to do it the way we are doing it. We got to be careful with the game, make sure the game's conditioned, especially since it is a one-class hunt. We're going to be bringing big dogs down there, so we're trying to respect the pen owners, and I'm hoping we're able to run 5 hours on all of them, but it may be 4 hours. I'm going to try to keep it at that point for at least 4 hours for all of them, especially with them all being Masters hunts. We're going to have to try to keep it at that 4 hour mark. So hopefully the pens can handle it. I'm hoping as late into the season as we got started, we will be able to handle that. But anyway, June 28th is the starting point at Double C. Big shout out to the Cabrals for working with us on this. After that, we come up here to Hollywood Fox Preserve in Appomattox, Virginia, my hometown. We had to miss out on that hunt last year. It was a lot going on. It was a mutual understanding between me and the guys that run the pen, and I decided I wanted to really come back to this pen this year and really try to get this hunt in. It's one of my favorite pens to run. It's always rocking. The limit on that hunt is to be determined right now. We're going to kind of work with the pen, the people running the pen. We're going to kind of determine within a closer amount of time the amount of dogs that we're going to be able to have. After that hunt, we go back to Stony Creek, where we had our championship hunt last year, and that will be a 100-dog limit at that hunt, and that will be on August the 9th. So that one is a Saturday night into Sunday morning, and I did forget to mention that. The Double C hunt is going to be a Saturday morning, and then the Hollywood hunt is going to be a Friday night into Saturday morning hunt. So it'll be 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. And then Stony Creek will be Sunday morning, 12 a.m., 5 a.m. After that, we head back down to North Carolina. We'll go down to Flower Hill Fox Preserve. Want to thank Bill Howell for letting us get down there. Right now, we got it set at an 80-dog limit. I think that is up in the air. I got an 80-dog limit at Double C2 right now, but I think that is also up in the air. We're going to be keeping a close eye on that right now. When we get closer to how we do the book, and I'll explain all that here shortly. We make a judgment call, but right now we're shooting for 80. Runtime is also to be determined at Flower Hill as well. I do believe that it's going to be a Saturday night hunt. So I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, we're probably going to be casting somewhere right before dark. Maybe get like 30 minutes to an hour in the daylight, and then go into the dark. Which, if anybody's been to Flower Hill, you know that pen is lit. And I'm not being modern when I say that. What I mean is, he has the pen lit. It is lights strung around the whole place, at least most of the place, and it's a really, really cool pen. If you've never been down there, it's one of my I've been down there a handful of times, and it's a blast to be at. And then the last qualifier hunt will be September 6th, and that will be at Pools Fox Preserve. And I'm not sure if I said that, but August 23rd for the Flower Hill hunt. But to the Pools hunt, it'll be September 6th. It'll be the weekend after Labor Day weekend. So that will be a 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. hunt. It'll be a 250-dog limit. So that'll be a Friday night into Saturday night, Saturday morning kind of deal. I know that's a weird time for a lot of people, but that's what the agreement we come to. 250 dogs, last chance right there, guys. You better get in. So, and then the what everybody's waiting for, the championship hunt. We're going to be going to Hall Tree Fox Preserve, and that will be on October 18th. And Fat Rat, the guy, the gentleman that owns the pen, Joey Ross, he will be our master hounds for that hunt. We're still working on finding master hounds for a lot of these hunts. We haven't got all the way into that, but the championship hunt will be a Saturday morning hunt. I'm sure we'll be running half in the dark, half in the light kind of deal. Run for 5 hours, but the run time will be determined. But we will talk about that a little bit closer. We've got a long time before we get to that point. So y'all just kind of keep your eyes open for those kind of updates as we go into the series. The Hounds Tales podcast would like to take a minute and talk about our friends over at Cajun Lights. When pleasure running at night or judging those nighttime field trials, you can put your trust in Cajun Lights. With the economical Cajun Bayou for the every now and then light user, the Cajun Micro for the nighttime feeds and around the house times, then the top level Cajun Blinder for those hardcore crossing getters at night. The Cajun Lights are headlamp style light that free up your hands for voice recorders or your GPS. They offer flood-style lights in red, amber, and a white walking light. Then the top of the line 4-level main beam light. If you're having a hard time catching crossings at night, give the Cajun light a try. And the red and amber setting to catch the game without distracting them. And with the easy flick of a switch, go back to your main beam light to catch your hounds in action and get those numbers. Visit their website today at CajunLights.com, and at the checkout, make sure you fill out the survey after your purchase and select Hounds Tales Podcast to receive 5% off your next purchase with Cajun Lights. Now, let's get back to the episode. So, what we're going to move into now is some key notes and changes for this year. One of the biggest ones is excuse me, sorry. One of the biggest ones is we're only taking the top 10. Hawtree is not a super big pin, but and then let me explain why we chose Hawtree. Hawtree is in Carolina, and I will get into why that's important here in a little bit. It's not a very big pin, but it's a very thick pin. So you need a fast, tracky dog. A cutting and swinging dog just ain't gonna cut it. So you better have a dog that can grab it, hold the front, and hang on to it. I think, to me, that benefits everybody. You're not going to have your cutting and swinging dogs. You're not going to have, and I'm not, how do I say that? Trying to say this without sounding horrible about each state. A lot of your Carolina dogs have the tendency to be the cutting and swingers now. I think where I'm going at that is I think that this Hawtree Fox Preserve, it benefits everybody. You're not going to bring the wide open, cut around them kind of guys, and if you fumble a chase, get back to it. You're not going to be able to bring that kind of dog down there and do well. You're going to need a tracky dog that runs fox. But if you're a fox dog up here in Virginia, then you're not running very fast, and guess what? You're going to get your teeth gutted in, and you're not going to be able to hang on. So I think it's going to take a well-rounded hound to win down here, and I think that's why it's going to be. I think that's why we chose as a group. That's why we decided to go this direction, go and see if Hawtree could hold it, and they accommodated to us, and we made it work. So, but with that being said, we're not going to take the top 20 this year. We are taking only the top 10. On another note, only the 11th place dog from each hunt is going to be eligible to earn a spot into the championship hunt. And what I mean by that is if a dog in the top 10 from any of the qualifier hunts cannot make it to the championship hunt, and they let me know, then the higher scoring 11th place dog will take its spot. After the 5 11th place dogs have taken spots, that's it. If you're 12th, sorry, you're out. You're done. Don't worry about coming back. The more and more I thought about it is I just felt like if we're going to make this thing a true, you got to earn your way in, there's no reason to keep dropping back and giving these dogs that missed it opportunities. I know we did that last year. The whole thought process last year was to make a full hunt, which it was fun. It was great. It was a lot of work. And actually, the dog that won the championship hunt did not place in the top 20. He was outside the top 20, got a call within a couple weeks of the hunt, said, yep, I'll be there. And guess what? He come in and took care of business and won the championship. So it kind of took away from the luster a little bit for me. Not that dog didn't earn it. He went down there. He did exactly what he needed to do. It was a good dog. But it took away from the luster of dogs that did well in the first hunts and in the qualifier hunts and then come and did well again. But that just goes to show the name of the sport. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and this guy got a second chance, and guess what? He come out and whooped everybody's butt that weekend and then got it. But this year we're going to change it up, and you're going to have to finish in the top 10 or the 11th place dog and get lucky if somebody can't make it. So that is one of the big changes. Next for this year is we're going to do it per hunter, not per kennel, and it's going to be a 3 hunt maximum per hunter. So you can and I'll explain the whole call-in situation, how we're doing numbers here in a second. When you call in to get your numbers, you're going to give me 3 hunts that you want to go to. If there's 3 that you want to go to, and no more than 3, you have 3 chances to get your dogs in. So it's not going to be this whole thing of kennel this, kennel that, kennel me, kennel who. When you call and you get your numbers, you get them for you, and you get them for you only. And I don't want no, well, he's going to use my number for this hunt. No, we're not going to do that. If you're not going to use it, give it up. Because I'm sure I'm still going to have a waiting list. And as much as that, I'm going to try to avoid that, I'm sure I will still have it. So that kind of leads me into the next part of how we're going to do numbers this year. Here's the fun one, and I hope this makes sense, and I have it wrote out in the flyer. You can find it on our Facebook page. You can find it on Master Fox page. You can find it on Speed Dogs Hunting Results page. Plenty of places to find it, guys, if you need it written out for you. But I'm going to take a second and try to explain it as best I can on here. If you need it, listen and more elaborate. So what we're going to do on April 5th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm going to be locked down here in my basement like a prisoner. I'm going to call the wife and tell her to bring me some lunch, bring me some dinner, and that's it. From 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., you'll have the chance to call in and get numbers for up to 3 hunts. If you want to call in and get numbers for 1 hunt, great. If you want to get numbers for 2, fine, whatever. But you cannot get more than 3. So every hunter will be allowed to run in a maximum of 3 hunts per for the qualifiers. And when you're calling, the phone's going to be ringing off the hook, guys. I'm going to try to be short and sweet. I love having conversations with people. I love trying to be nice. When you call, give me your name, your phone number, and what pens you want to run. After we get your name and your number wrote down on the pens you want to run, I'm hanging up the phone. I'll mark you down in the order that you call. I'll have a max number for each pen, so each hunter is at least eligible to bring 2 dogs. For example, what I mean by that is the Stony Creek hunt. We know right now it has a limit of 100 dogs. So I will cap it at the first 50 hunters that are able to get numbers. First 50 hunters to call and get an opportunity to bring 2 dogs to that hunt. If for some reason we don't get to 50, if we get to 40, then it will be a 2-dog limit per person. But then the remaining 20 numbers that are open will revert back to the order that you called in. Or, and we'll talk about this here in a second, or if someone has judged another hunt for me in the series, that hunter will be moved forward. The hunter will be moved to the front of the list in the order that he called. And what I mean is, like, if you call me and say, hey, I'll judge this hunt and this hunt, I really want to run this one and this one. Okay, you're going to get priority. So if it's 40 hunters that called, you're going to be moved to the top of the number list. And when it gets back and we go back to the top, for the extra 20 numbers, you'll also be moved back towards the front. So that is a way to get in the door, get in and get it done. And again, I will be saying, I'll say it again, I'm going to really hit on this. This year, it will be by person and not by kennel. Each person will speak for themselves as far as getting numbers and judging. Once you got your numbers, you can run under whatever kennel name you want to. I don't care. That's beyond me. I don't care. But when you check your dog in, it needs to be your dog, please. No trying that shady shit of, I'm going to bring my buddy's dog, or I'm going to do this dog. It's my number. I'm going to bring whatever I want to bring. Just bring your damn dog. It's that simple. Do it the right way, guys, please. That's all I'm asking. I know people are still going to jive and bull jive on it, but let's try. Let's try. Let's try to just do it right, guys. We're going to take a quick second and pause this episode and talk about our partners over at Elite Nutrition. Our hounds, they're athletes, guys. They give us their all each and every time that they're casted. Elite Nutrition offers an all-natural products to give your dogs the natural benefits they deserve. From the canine remove and all-natural wormer to the Electro Boost paste for an electrolyte replenishment, body fluid balance, and blood flow improvement. They also have products like Active Dog Powder for recovery and joint muscle support, Essential Dog Powder for daily vitamins and minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and enzymes, and then the Canine Lactate Powder for nursing dogs to help with milk supply. There are tons of other products for y'all to check out at CajunLights.com, then click on the Elite Nutrition section to explore. When you go check out, only at CajunLights.com, use the code HTElite10 to receive 10% off your Elite Nutrition products. Again, that's HTELITE, the number 10, to receive 10% off Elite Nutrition products only via CajunLights.com. I've been using their products over the past couple months, and I could not be happier with the results. See for yourself today, and we want to thank Elite Nutrition for taking a step forward into this field trial sport. Now, let's get back to the episode, guys. So let's see. So after each hunt has made its capacity, and after the April 5th date is over, I'll start making calls back in the order they are called out to give you your numbers. So if you were the first person to call, and you offered to judge another hunt, and are going to actually judge and show up, then you will get the first numbers. You get whatever you want. It's probably going to be 2 numbers. I'll do a single and a double to start. A single and a teen. Well, probably what I'll do is a single and a double. Then I'll do a teen and a double, just to make it as fair as I can. Get people ones that need ones. Everybody wants a one, of course, but we're going to make it work. After you receive your numbers, you need to send your payment in for all the hunts that you have. That means if you got 6 numbers, send in $6 worth of numbers. Need to send it in to my address, which is on the flyer. I'm not going to do it on here, but please send it in. It needs to be in by June 14th. I need to have it in my hand. We are not doing, that is another change this year. We're not doing Venmo. We're not doing PayPal. We're not doing all that virtual stuff. It got way too confusing. People were calling in under, well, I'm this name, and then their Venmo is a completely different name, and they don't send any details. So I struggled all year trying to make sure the right people were getting paid. When you send it in, make a check, send cash, I don't care. If you send a check, make it payable to Hounds Tales LLC. No virtual payments, and please attach a note with your name, your kennel name, the hunts you're intending, and the numbers you're using for those hunts. That way that I know, okay? If you need to turn in numbers for any reason, for any hunt, you have up to 2 weeks before the hunt you're attending, okay? So, and that's another thing that I'm going to talk on. I've been asked a few times. If you pay for spots, some guys are they have 3 dogs, and they're going to try to get 3 dogs qualified. Well, if they go to the first hunt and they get 2 dogs qualified, they don't need the second number. They just need the 1 number. You can get your money back, and I'm sure I will have a waiting list. Once I hit that limit, that half limit on the hunts, I will start a waiting list on those guys, okay? And those guys will be sitting there waiting. So probably the only one we won't have any problems with is pools, I would assume. And then we'll kind of play pools by ear and see how that's going to work. But so if you go to let's say if you go to Stony Creek, okay, and you got 2 numbers, for the Flower Hill hunt, and you place 2 dogs, okay. Oh, guess what? And you only need 1 number for the Flower Hill. Just let me know that day or the next day, and I'll get you your money back, because those hunts are 2 weeks apart. Same thing with Flower Hill to pools. If you're going to Flower Hill, and you place and you don't need all the numbers you needed for the pools, just please let me know as soon as you can for the next hunt. Don't wait until the next weekend. I'm not going to give you your money back. This is a prepaid hunt. It's a prepaid hunt for a reason. There's a lot on the line that we're going to go over here in a few minutes. There's a lot on the line. So don't call me 3 days before the hunt and my gyp came in heat. Sorry, find another dog. Find another dog. Call me. Doesn't hurt. Call me. I may have a waiting list. If I can find somebody to take your place and they will pay, once I get the next person's money, I will give you your money back. But don't call and just expect your money back right away within 2 weeks of the hunt. I got too much on the line with this stuff. That's how prepay works. That's the reason for prepay. That is the whole reason behind it, is we are locking it in. It's a lot of money on the line. It's a lot going on. It's a very tiring process to make all this work, guys. And people calling in and wanting money back 3 days before a hunt doesn't work. Doesn't work. I will try my best to find somebody to fill your spaces. If I can find somebody to fill your spaces and they pay me, great. I will send you your money back. That's fine. But if I can't find anybody to fill your places, sorry. Just out of luck. It happens. That is the name of the game with this thing. Another thing, too, when we get close to the hunts and I post the time that you need to be there, be there. I will FA your dogs. I will not give you your money back. If you can't show up on time without giving me a proper notice, then you're just out of luck. That is a heads up now, and I will be posting that more as the time gets closer to each hunt. When I say registration cuts off at this time, that's when registration cuts off. No excuses. Have you and your dogs there. I'm not going to play I'm registering the dogs, but they're not here yet. If I can stop it, we're going to stop it. I want the dogs and everything there. I don't want I live 5 minutes away from here, I'll bring them 2 minutes before cast. Nope. Have your dogs there when it's time to register. I want dogs, you, everything there and registered by a certain time. If you're not, I'm FAing your shit and you're done. I'm going to keep your money and you can watch. So there's your fair warning. Some people found that out the hard way last year. And I know I've talked about it a few times here in this episode. In the interest of making sure we have enough judges for the hunts. The spacing of the hunts is really concerning on finding judges. I think we'll be fine. But I know last year I had a lot of guys that worked with me on judging. And this year I'm going to be upfront with everybody. If you call me and say, hey, I will judge the Flower Hill hunt, but I'd like to run this hunt, then I'm going to move you to the top of the list as far as when you get your numbers. I'm going to make sure you get numbers. You're going to judge. I want to take you for your word that you're going to judge, okay? I'm also going to do a freaking background check on you. If I don't know you, and if you look sketchy, guess what? I'm gonna talk to some people before I say, yeah, we'll do this. But for the most part, if you call me and say, hey, look, I'll judge Flower Hill. Can you put me on to get numbers for the Stony Creek? Yep, I got you. Let's make it happen. But what I'm not going to do is you call me and say, hey, I'll judge pools. I want numbers for Stony Creek and Hollywood. You judge a hunt, you get a hunt. That's it. You judge 2 hunts, you get 2 hunts. Okay? That's it. That's as far as it goes. Your third hunt, that's completely up in the air. I'm not gonna lock you down for 3. I'm not gonna move you to the front of the list for 3. That's just how we're gonna do it this year. And that's pretty much it. So that's your upfront and honest. What we're gonna do, if you call me and say, hey, I'll judge Flower Hill and I'll judge Stony Creek, I'd like to run Hollywood and pools. You got it. Yep, come on. Hey, man, I'll judge pools. I'd like to run Stony Creek and Flower Hill. We'll pick which one you want first, because that's the one I'm going to write you down for. What's more important to you? So that can be understood that way. That way, there's no confusions. That's just how it's going to be. It's the best way, and in my opinion, to get people to show up. Everybody that we have that's going to be either mastering, because I'm going to do a really good job. I'm going to try to do a really good job, at least, on finding good masters that can catch things. And then, of course, I keep these scores on my computer. It is my computer that is used for all the scores, and I will be going back after every hunt and double checking and making sure I don't see anything within the top 10 dogs that looks funny. If I catch it, you and the hunter will both be banned from the series and never allowed back. Simple as that, and I will make your names known. So don't try it. Amy's going to be on the computer for most of them, and I'm telling y'all, there ain't much that slips by her. And then, of course, we're going to have as many people as we can watching for those kind of things. My goal is to run the most honest series that you can ask for, and that's going to be it. So if you think you're getting away with something, you better be good at hiding it. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of that's going to be how we're doing the numbers this year. If there's any questions, please don't hesitate to call. You can find my number on just about anything. So if you want to call, please call. Message me on Facebook. I don't care. Whatever. Do something. If you have questions, don't wait until 7:35 the morning before you get numbers to call and ask questions, okay? Just don't do it. I want to have my phone plugged in and on charge the entire time. So, for the love of God, just make everybody's life easy. If you have questions, ask now, okay? If you want to call out and ask about judging, please do. I'll take whatever we can get, guys. So, that is in detail how you get your numbers for this year. It is, like I said, it's a little bit different. Not a lot different, but a little bit. And then the last thing that we had to update, and then we'll move into the next section of the podcast. We're going up a little bit on the price. I did this for a lot of reasons. This year the effort is to do bigger prizes, and we will be talking about that. But we went up to $75 a dog this year. Okay. My goal is to do bigger and better, and we've had some great partners jump on board, and we're going to talk about that here pretty soon. But first, we're going to move into the spotlight presented by Cajun Lights. So let's get into that real quick, guys. It's now time for the spotlight presented by Cajun Lights. This is where each week we will recognize winners and other accomplishments across the field trial world. Now let's shine a lights on these guys and these dogs, and let's get to this week's winners. All right, welcome to the spotlight presented by the Cajun Lights. Don't forget our friends over at Cajun Lights, the Cajun Blinders, my big boy. That's the one that's my go-to. Visit CajunLights.com and check out all their products, especially their headlamps, guys. Big fan of those, like I said. Be sure to check them out and really just change your game. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna try to be making a video here soon of why the Cajun Lights are a game changer and what we do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on the spotlights. We're going to go some final standings. First off, we're going to start with the AFHA final standings. I've seen a few of those. The Hound of the Year, top 5. We're going to start with first place, Moonlight's Digger. Second place was Moonlight's Remy. Third place was NLP Truly. Fourth place was Cade Zip Tie. And fifth was Moonlight Sabrina. Your Sire of the Year was first place, Kyle's Trigger. Second place, Big L's Limo. Third place, Hartwick's Rocky Top. I hope I said that right. Fourth place was Branton's Hot Rod. And fifth place was Robbie Bishop. The one-day Hound of the Year was Moonlight's Digger. First place. Second place was Moonlight's Remy. Third place was WBT's Too Fancy. Fourth place was Viper Nemir. I guess that's how you say that. And fifth place was Cade Zip Tie. So congratulations to everybody in the final standings of the AFHA. Now we are going to move into one of the big ones, guys, the multi-day final standings for the Masters. This was an awesome race to watch throughout the year if you didn't get a chance to watch it or really pay attention to it. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of up and downs. It's one of my favorite things to watch is kind of see how the movement goes throughout the year. But at the end of the year, the Hound of the Year for 2024 is B&J's Daylight. Congratulations to those guys. Second place was Slipperman Wild Boy. Third place was B&B Stripper. Fourth place was J&H Plain Jane. And if you listened to the episode last week, Chapman's Boaz ended up fifth place. So congratulations, Dylan, and everybody else that placed in the top five. Sire of the Year, without a doubt, and I guess we all should have known it, B&B's Chrome. Congratulations, Wizard. You did it again. And we'll just keep on rocking and rolling, buddy. Second place, Huffman's Johnny Cash. Third place, B&B's Loot. Fourth place, Kennedy's 8 Ball. Fifth place, Crisco's Wild Boy. The Dam of the Year, let's see. B&B Show here, guys. B&B's Little Slipper, first place. Second place, B&B's Jet. Third place, B&B's Little Pearl. Fourth place, Hollow Oaks Black Betty. And fifth place, Tarwick's Chick Chat. Congratulations to everybody there. And your Kennel of the Year, guys. First place, B&B Kennels. Second place, Old School Kennels. Third place, Simple Man Kennels. Fourth place, Pocket Change Kennels. And fifth place, the Highwaymen. All right, everybody. Congratulations to everybody that placed. And just a big shout out to all of y'all. So, all right, guys. That is it for the Spotlight presented by Cajun Lights. Let's get you back to your episode. All right, let's keep on rocking and rolling. Here is one of the big things that everybody's looking for, okay? The prizes. One of the big things we're gonna venture away from. We're still gonna do clocks. We're still gonna do trophies for the first place, but we're not gonna do trophies for the rest of the top 10. It's gonna be a little bit, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit different. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do cover jackets. We talked about it amongst our organization, amongst our group, and the more and more we talked about it is everybody loves. I love trophies. Don't get me wrong. Call me weird, call me old school. I don't care. I love trophies. I still have all mine sitting that I've won. The very few that I've won sitting over here beside us. So I love them, but I know a lot of guys want something that they can take to hunts. They can show off. They can say, "Hey, man, that reminds me." When I finished second at the podcast hunt, or I finished second at this hunt, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to do cover jackets. Mr. George Parrish and Doc Purdy's is going to be working with us for the top 10 in every hunt. We're going to be getting there. You're going to be getting the cover jackets with the hunt and your placement on it. That's something you can carry home, carry to the next field trial when you go to paint your dogs, something to hang on them, hang on your wall, whatever you want to do with it, guys. I thought that was kind of cool, a little bit different. So that's going to be one of the big things. Another comeback for us is going to be Blankets by Big Country. The winner is going to get 3 number jackets at every hunt. Every hunt, the winner's going to get 3 number jackets. We'll just get you in touch with George Parrish. Not George Parrish. Kevin Meadows, and we'll be sure to get you your 3 number jackets. So, one of the big things, and I'll go ahead and announce this on here right now. We want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Pride Dog Feed and Specialty Feeds both for coming on board for this year for the podcast. With them coming on board with the series, not with the podcast, but with the series. With them coming on board with the series, Both of those guys have done an awesome job at sponsoring. They're huge into the sport. I definitely recommend anybody that's trying some feed out to definitely give them a try. They are a huge part of this sport, and I really cannot thank them enough for not only what they do for the sport and across the entire platform of hunts, but what they've done for the series. With them jumping on board, we're going to be able to do 2 tons of dog feed at every qualifier hunt. Like I said, we're still just talking qualifier hunts now, guys. So 2 tons of dog feed will be split amongst the top 10. Actually, excuse me, I had that wrote down wrong. Amongst the top 15. And this is how it's going to be. It's going to work out. 11th to 15th is going to get 1 bag of dog food. 10th is going to get 3. 9th 4. And then it staggers up all the way to 3rd, where he gets 10 bags of dog food. 2nd place will get 13 bags. And 1st place will get 10 bags, but there's a reason behind that. I'll explain. 1st place will also be getting a trophy with a clock in it. Of course, you also get your cover jacket with your number, your winner cover jacket. And then you also get a TT25 at every hunt. Every hunt, the winner gets a TT25. That is as of right now. We keep getting some good sponsors, some good donations coming in. Might be able to do a little bit more for these qualifier hunts. But as of right now, that is what you're getting. Oh yeah, don't forget the big part. You get a free entry into the championship hunt still, guys. So that's a $75 value right there as it is of your free entry into the championship hunt. Don't forget that as you are getting your prizes, that you're getting that as well. I've heard chatter, and I was like, okay, I don't understand why people are complaining, but I think a lot of people were forgetting that you also won your free entry into the championship hunt. So when you're getting your prizes, don't forget that. But like I said, we're also doing 2 tons of dog food at every hunt. Second place is going to get 13 bags. That's almost a half a ton of dog food. That's over a quarter ton of dog food. I mean, come on, let's be honest. 3rd place does get a quarter ton of dog food. So 1st place, like I said, get your clock, get your TT25, your 10 bags of dog food, 3 number jackets, and your cover jacket for your qualifiers. And like I said, 1st through 10th earned your free way into the championship hunt. And then of course your 11th place dog, you're going to be sitting in limbo, but you'll get the chance to be able to get in there, and your entry will be free as well. So just keep that in mind. And I know you're like, oh, top 10, why are you giving 11th through 15th some dog food? Come on, guys, 15th place out of in a 1-class hunt, that ain't nothing to shake your head at. They deserve a little bit. The Hounds Tales podcast is happy to announce our newest partnership with Low 10 Outfitters. If your kennel is looking for new apparel to rock to the next field trial, look no further than Low 10 Outfitters. They offer shirts, hats, hoodies, coats, and other accessories with custom logos for your kennel or your hound to go on. With top quality merchandise and long-lasting quality, you can't go wrong with Low 10 Outfitters. And very soon we will be offering Hounds Tales podcast apparel on their website at low10outfitters.com. So be on the lookout for that coming up here soon. Thank you, Low 10 Outfitters, for teaming up with the Hounds Tales podcast. And don't forget, guys, low10outfitters.com to get your apparel for your kennels. Now, let's get you back to your episode. So we're gonna help those guys out. Now the big one, guys. So maybe a lot of guys listening, maybe new to the sport, maybe don't understand why we moved the championship hunt to Virginia. Here's the reason why. I mean, not Virginia, excuse me, North Carolina. Here's your reason. We can run for money down there. Bum, bum, bum. Are you getting excited now? So we're going to make it suspenseful on what you get. So we're going to work up, okay? We're going to start with 15th place at the championship hunt. Well, first off, 1st to 10th is also going to get your cover jackets, just like I said before, every hunt. 1st place will also get 3 number jackets. Like I said, that's Doc Purdy and Blankets by Big Country, both of those guys. And this is huge, guys, huge, guys, huge, guys. Like I said, big shout out to Pride, big shout out to Specialty Feeds. 3 tons of dog food will be at the championship hunt. 3 tons will be given away. So, with all that said, let's get into what you're going to get at the championship hunt, guys. I'm very excited about this. I've budgeted and double checked my numbers a bunch of times to make sure. But this is what I can promise you as of right now. If things go well, maybe we get some raffles that go good. We're going to try to do a little bit better with the raffles this year. I know we struggled with some hunts, but I'm going to work on that, try to make things better. So we'll start with 15th place. 15th place is going to get a bag of dog food. 14th place gets 2 bags of dog food. 13th place gets 3 bags of dog food. 12th place gets 4 bags of dog food. 11th place gets 5 bags of dog food. Now it gets fun. 10th place, $200 and 6 bags of dog food. 9th place, 307 bags. 8th place, 408 bags. 7th place, 509 bags. 6th place, $600 and 11 bags. 5th place, 712 bags. 4th place gets $800 and 13 bags of dog food. I think I said 4th place. I'm going to make sure there. Fourth place is $800 and 13 bags of dog food. 3rd place will get $1,000, a TT25, and 14 bags of dog food. 2nd place will get $1,500, an Alpha 300, and 15 bags of dog food. And 1st place will get $2,000, an Alpha XL, 10 bags of dog food, a big old clock, just like last year, your number jackets, and the dog box again. Come on, guys. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're feeling, guys. I want to hear about it. Let me know what you think. I'm praying that's enough, guys. Like I said, man, maybe with some more sponsors, with some more help, guys. Maybe we can get a little bit more. But right now, that's what I can guarantee you. We're going to try our best with that. And you know what? I'm also going to be working on trying to make sure our judges are taken care of. I'm going to try to do my spotlight, my Cajun blinder again for this year, and try to help these guys, my judges out, put them on the raffle, and maybe if they're doing well enough, we can give every judge that comes and helps a little help too, a little something. So, we'll be on the lookout for the judges too. It's something that I'm going to try to work on and try to help these guys out as well. But right now, guys, I'm pretty pumped about that prize list. So when you're like, man, why did he go up from 50 to 75? Oh, it's about money, blah, blah, blah. Reason being, most of the hunts, you're not going to be bringing more than 2 dogs probably. You're going to have to pick your best 2, saddle up, bring them, give it a shot. You got $75 in each dog, but look what you're winning at the end. If you nail it and nail it twice, come on now, talk to me now. Let me know what you think, guys. I'd love to hear some feedback on that. I know I'm pretty excited about it, so I definitely want to hear what y'all's thoughts are on it. To me, it's a lot going on there. I know if I wasn't running it, I would want to run in it. So I'm hoping that maybe that's what we need, guys. So guys, I think that's pretty much it. I think I've answered all the questions that I've been asked. So I'm pretty sure I have. If there's any other questions, guys, like I said, don't hesitate to ask, and just make sure if you are questioning some things, just let me know. So with that, we're going to move into the Around the House section presented by Elite Nutrition. All right, here we go. Let's get into that. All right, y'all, now it's time for Around the How, presented by Elite Nutrition. Just make sure you check out their products, Elite Nutrition products, at CajunLights.com. And for 10% off of Elite Nutrition products, when you use the code HTELITE and the number 10, that's HT Elite 10 at checkout. All right, let's get it rocking. All right, guys, welcome to Around the How, presented by Elite Nutrition. Don't forget, if you visit CajunLights.com and check out the Elite Nutrition section, you can check out all their products on there. And if you use the codes HT Elite 10, that's HT ELITE and the number 10 at checkout, you get 10% off your order on all of your Elite Nutrition products that you're bought. Moving into it, this is some stuff going on around the hound hunting community. Trying to pay attention as best I can and catch it when I can. First one I seen was the Mississippi is going through a little battle right now. The House was voting on two bills that were a direct attack on the hound hunting in that state. House Bill 826 was the prohibition of deer dog hunting. Luckily, thankfully, that has died in the committee, so that one is a no-go. And I don't know exactly where this one lasts. I think you need to be emailing your senators and your delegates if you are in Mississippi, or even if you're not. Go ahead and email in. Tell them how bad this is. House Bill 816 is a bill that requires a mandatory harvest program for deer. Has been transferred to the Senate. This bill lacks any specific details on the development and implementation. The program, as it leaves that up to the, I'm guessing that's the Mississippi Department of Wildlife and Fishery. This bill also specifies monetary penalties of up to $1,000 if the provisions of this program, which are not specified, are not followed. So this one sounds really nasty, guys. I haven't done a whole lot of digging into it, but if you're in Mississippi and you're listening, you need to be paying attention to this kind of stuff, guys, and digging into it. I want to be doing my best to pay attention around the states if I can see it, if I see it, and present it to y'all. One last thing I want to give a big shout out. Joey Fowler down at C&M. He is doing something this year I think is absolutely incredible. Without judges, the sport means nothing. Seems like it's harder and harder to get judges every year. Everybody wants to run their dogs, but not watch others. So, with that being said, Mr. Joey Fowler has come up with a judges incentive program. I'm going to read it how he wrote it. We will reward the judges this year at C&M. The fox hunting field trial circuit is in need of judges all over the country. The future of our sport needs new, qualified judges, especially in the multi-day events. Hopefully this will inspire young hunters to learn. What we're looking for is qualified judges for hunts at C&M. If you haven't judged, we will put you with an experienced judge to learn. We have decided to go back to our judges that give their time to give back. The awards will be as follows. C&M will draw a number at every hunt for a judge to win a Garmin TT25 or $250. Multi-day hunts, we will draw a number for each day. End of the year awards, we will have a dinner in January for the judges and anyone who has helped at the preserve. We will put every judge in a drawing for each day you help judge. So the first day, you get an Alpha XL or $1,000. Second day, 2 Garmin TT25s or $500. Third day, 1 Garmin TT25 or $250. That's big, guys. That's huge, man. Hats off to you, Joey Fowler, C&M Fox Preserve. That's a huge step. So big stuff there, guys. Man, you really can't, for a pen and judging, you can't ask for much better than that. So hats off to y'all. Man, that's just awesome. Maybe I need to get you on the podcast and we get to talking. So, all right, guys, let's get you back to your episode. That is Around the How, presented by Elite Nutrition. Again, make sure you check out Elite Nutrition products on CajunLights.com and get 10% off your order with the code HT Elite 10. That's the number 10 at the end there, guys. All right, let's get back to the episode. All right, that was the Around the How. And like I said before, guys, we don't really have that much left in this, for this episode. I think I've covered about all the basics and everything you kind of need to know for the series this year. Again, like I said before, please, please, please ask questions. I'm not afraid to talk to you. Email me, message me, text me, call me. I don't care. I'm pretty lucky with where I work right now, and I can get to the phone pretty decent. So you just let me know if you need anything. So we're going to move into the last section of the podcast. Actually, you know what? I did forget, and I'm going to go back and add this in. I can't believe I forgot about this. We're going to be working with our friends at Low 10 Outfitters this year. I'm terrible. I can't believe I almost forgot it, but I forgot to write it down. But we're going to be working with our friends from Low 10 Outfitters on shirts this year. What that means is when we announce it, when we post it, we're working together right now on it, working pretty hard on it right now. When we post it, we let everybody know, hey, shirts are available, ready. You go to low10outfitters.com. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he also has an app that you can use. It's a lot easier to use. But either way, you can go to his website. He's going to have the shirt there. Probably hat too. We're still talking, trying to figure all this stuff out, trying to figure out what we want to do. And instead of them coming to me and then we try to meet at the hunt and us forgetting, because I still have a box full of shirts from last year they got to go through and try to get to the right people. What you're going to do is when you order the shirt, it's going to get shipped straight to you from Low 10. Low 10 does some great work. I'm so glad to have them on board. Check out all their other products too. There's lots of products on there that you can do for your own kennels, for your own personal stuff. And then we're also going to be working on getting Hounds Tales podcast apparel out there as well. So y'all keep your eyes on all that. It's all going to be straight through Low 10 Outfitters. I'm so excited to be working with them. It takes a huge weight off my shoulders trying to get that stuff done. And then instead of trying to get us together and meet at the hunts and trying to mangle all that in amongst trying to get ready for a hunt, it's going to come straight to your door, guys. You ain't got to worry about it. It's coming straight to you. It's going to be great quality stuff. And I'm super excited to be working with these guys. So shout out to Low 10 Outfitters for not only coming on board with the podcast, but coming on board with the series and making this easy for everybody. So that's probably another question that was going to be presented. And yes, if you did order a shirt and you did not get it last year, I have your name wrote down. I'm going to try to be looking into getting them to you somehow. I'd rather not ship them if I don't have to, because shipping is freaking outrageous, and that was not built into the price. I'd rather not go broke trying to ship everything to y'all. But we'll get it right. We'll make it right. I have them here. Don't worry, they're safe. Just if you're listening and you order, get with me, and we'll try to figure it out. Okay. But when it comes time, just wait, guys. It's gonna be cool. So. I'm super excited for what they're working up over there, and we're going to get that started. But let's move into the last section, guys. The listener questions brought to you by the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine. It's time for the listener question section presented by the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine. If you're looking for a magazine that reaches all of all things hound hunting, the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine has it. From foxhounds, deer dogs, hog dogs, small game dogs, you name it, the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine has it. Visit their website today at southernhoundhunting.com to get a 1-year subscription of quarterly magazines for just $20. Now, let's get to these questions, and we'll discuss these topics that y'all have sent in. Thank y'all so much, Southern Hound Hunting Magazine, for your partnership. This week, I wanted to speak on, I'm going to try to pick some topics when I'm by myself and flying solo that are something that I can answer, or something that's not a necessarily a huge debated thing. This one's a little debated, but I have an answer, and I never claim to be an expert on all this stuff, guys. I never claim to be a know-it-all. I'm not going to try to act like one. I have my thoughts. I have my reasons why I think things, and I'm just going to present it to you like that. So this week, The question was from Looking Sharp Kennels. It was the GTP versus the HGA, and I think he worded it a little aggressive about why are people scared of HGA hunts. I have respect for both. I think when an organization is going to a pen, you need to look at what pen you're going to and how the pen is running, and I think you need to make a judgment call off of that, off of how that all is going. If you think an HGA style hunt is going to suit better, make it an HGA hunt. If you think a GTP is going to suit better, make it a GTP hunt. The verses, I like GTP better. Just don't shoot the messenger. I know that could be controversial. If you really want a good conversation on it, you need to go back and listen to the episode I did with Todd Miller. We get to talking about it in that episode, and he does a great job of explaining why he likes it. And I think I'm pretty much on the same board with him. GTP to me rewards an all-around hound more. Of course, yes, your speed and drive, your speed dogs are going to outshine. That to a point. To a point. There's been many hunts that if you go and look closely, a dog is pulled up to second, third, first, all over a hunting score. And that's through the GTP system. What I like most about the GTP system, especially on the master side, I need to look back on the national rules GTP and see how that's worded and how that how the percentage for endurance goes. But the percentage each day in a GTP for your GTP hunt for your endurance goes up every day. So your strong dogs at the end that have a great third day, they could come out of freaking left field and really put a hurting on you. Just like in an HGA hunt, your strong hunting dogs are getting 100 points for that category. You know, if they go out there and throw up 80 points hunting, and God forbid put a trailing score, and that's another topic for another day. Then you know. No, I don't think any system's perfect. I think both systems do a good job of rewarding dogs. Does the HGA system reward a hunting dog a little more heavily? Yes, I will say. In my opinion, it does. You get a low-scoring hunt. Let me rephrase that. You get a low hunting score hunt, and a lucky dog that got seen by the right judges. I get a hunting score, get 25 to hunt, and that dog's leading the hunting category. More than likely, he just HGA'd. He's probably at least going to HGA 7th. That's probably bare minimum. It's a very rare chance that he doesn't, but 90%, I'm pretty 99% of the time, he's going to at least HGA 7th. So that gets you in. Should that dog be rewarded and rewarded for what he was doing? 110%. The dog was out there doing what he's supposed to be doing. So you can argue that fact. There's a lot of arguments that could be made for which way is better than others. I think, to me, I like the GTP system because I think judging enough hunts, I'm not, and again, I don't claim to be no expert. I don't claim to be the godfather of all this and understanding it all 100%. But it seems to me people are it's one of two things in the field. Either one, people are scared to give hunting scores and really scared to give a trailing score, which is understandable, especially in an HGA hunt, because like I just said, if it's a low hunting score HGA hunt and you gave a hunting score, and you just bumped that dog from 105th speed and drive, and now he's first in hunting, guess what? That 105th speed and drive dog just HGA and knocked out your 10th place speed and drive dog that put up probably 400 more points than he did. So you can argue. It depends what kind of dog you like. You can argue which way is better. But to me, the GTP system, it still rewards a hunting dog, but it doesn't reward a hunting dog so much that it completely changes the outcome of the hunt. That dog still has to be a well-rounded dog to get in the top 10. It can't sneak in on a hunting score. And don't get me wrong, please don't misunderstand me. I love a hunt dog, man. I love going to a hunt, and if the running breaks down, I'm usually in the woods anyway. But guess what? When that running breaks down, I'm going hunting for hunting. That's what I tell them every time. Somebody housing me on the radio. What are you doing? Where are you at? I'm hunting for hunting, baby. Hunting for hunting. Going after them suckers. I'm trying to find me a hunting dog. I want to see a dog bird dogging, flipping every other leaf. And if your dog's just got his nose on the ground running up and down the path, guess what? He ain't getting no hunting score by me. That dog better break down and try to find it. That's a hunting dog. I want one to be hunting. And that's what I like to go look for. So I don't mind getting stuck in them low scoring zones in a hunt that's going to break down, because I'm going hunting for hunting, baby. And so, but saying all that and all jokes aside, I do enjoy the GTP system because I do think it rewards more evenly across the board. It doesn't allow for a dog that maybe had 35 point speed and drive, but went out there and got 100 points freaking hunting over 3 days, 110 points hunting over 3 days, just they're absolutely flipping over every leaf, but couldn't run a bucket, just got absolutely drug around by once the chase started. And is that his fault? No. And that dog's probably going to score more than 35 points. It's probably a bad analogy, but you go to a hunt, say at Tar River or something like that, or C&M or wherever, it's a very speedy, not really a breakdown and hunt kind of place, and for some reason a dog gets a hunting score and it's the HGA hunt. What if that dog had 400 point speed and drive and the 10th place dog had 950 speed and drive, but that 950 points just got bumped out and has no recognition other than a category? Guess what? Categories are just a trophy at that point. Categories don't get you to the Invitational. Categories don't get you to the World Cup. 10th place HGA does. That's my reasoning behind it. Now, GTP, if that dog was 11th place speed and drive and he got 15 points to hunt and it bumped him into 10th place, guess what? That dog was only less than 15 points out from getting into the top 10. That dog earned his way into the top 10 in more than one direction. That's why I like the GTP system more. It's nothing against a hunting dog. I love it. Like I said, I love a hunting dog. But to me, it rewards evenly versus being categorized and being awarded so heavy. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure that conversation could be had with a million different people, and you'll get 500,000 going one way and 500,000 going the other way. So that's just me, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. I hope everybody enjoyed it, guys. Next week, we'll be back. Plan on having guests on next week. Still working on getting some timing down, like I said at the beginning of this thing, and hopefully we'll be able to make that happen. So, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all the best, and like always, guys, we'll see you next week, and happy hunting.